everyone, this is Matt Becker with KeysMyaths.com, and today we're doing the M11 Sealed Pairs PTQ. There are 506 people registered in this event, so we're going to have to open a pretty sick pool in order to be a factor here, and just kind of taking a cursory look. It doesn't look like we've done it, but you know what, we're going to give it a try. So let's kind of go color by color, which I like to do here. Certainly sort by rares and find out what we're dealing with in terms of bombs. Not much. So Ancient Hellkite is good. Red's somewhat unplayable, even just taking a glance at this. So we're going to have to win with other cards. So that should be interesting. Mystifying Maze is decent to hold off their bomb while we try to win. So let's go ahead and pile by color again, and start with artifacts and get the stuff out of there we might want to play. So Gargoyle Sentinel's obviously going to go in. Elixir of Immortality is generally unplayable. Sorcerer's Strongbox is possibly playable. So we'll set it into bombs, stuff we probably should play, stuff that's mediocre, and stuff we're only going to play if absolutely necessary. So take a look at white here, and just kind of let's do this over here actually, so we can take a look at each color individually. Definitely playable. We don't have more than one Squadron Hawk, so that's going to be a problem. Blinding Mage is good. War Priest is fine. Wild Griffin's fine. Infantry Veterans are decent. Excommunicate's possible. Rock Egg is maybe. Inspired Charges maybe. So it doesn't look like white is too good here. Let's take a look at the best color, blue. Mind Control is always really nice to see. Augury Owl is good. Diminish is certainly playable. Possibly a Cankrix, but don't want to put that in quite yet. Possibly Ice Cage. Foresee is very good. Azure Drakes are very good. Looks like blue's pretty good. Not as bomby as I'd like, but what are you going to do? Taking a look at black. Necrotic Plague is certainly playable, as are the Child of Knights. Quag Sickness is decent removal. Nightwing Shank's pretty good. Black Knight's pretty good. And then the rest are, okay. Maybe red. Okay. Lightning Bolt's good. Ancient Hellkite, love to play if we end up being heavy red. Pyroclasm's good. Vandal's decent. Fiery Hellhounds if we're heavy red. Canyon Minotaur's okay. Pyromancer's good. Solid, okay stuff. Getting the Hellkite is good and sealed. But if we don't have what's going to support it, maybe Flame, it's going to be a problem. So, we'll take a look at green. And green, Pack Leader's certainly good. Spine Worms, Sylvan Ranger, if we do splash a third color, Awakener Druid's good. Sacred Wolf is good. So, and take a look back at the artifacts to see if we have any. Fixing Giant Growth is always a possibility too. And, we don't have any fixing here. So, taking a look at each individual color, it looks like blue's by far the best, so we will be playing blue. Red could be playable. Green could be playable. Just hard because, we don't have the big green bombs you'd like to see. Even with the Pack Leader, we don't have a lot of things that, have 3 power. I mean, we have Sentinel, a couple Spine Worms, and if we play blue, it's just not much there. White has Cloud Crusader and Blinding Mage, and the Flyer, still not great. So, not really thrilled with my pool here. Certainly going to play it out and try. So one of the things that I've read and I agree with in a situation like this is the fact that if you open a mediocre pool, just really try to play your bombs, and even if it means playing 3 colors awkwardly, try to get lucky and get there. And certainly that's a possibility here. We have some red stuff we certainly want to play. We have some green stuff we certainly want to play. We have a piece of fixing. Nothing great, but if we wanted to go blue, red, green, and with a structure like this, with a 506-person tournament, it's really tempting. because, the obvious play if we don't do this is blue-green, maybe splash, lightning bolt and pyroclasm. That's certainly playable. Or, blue-green splash for blinding mage, or blue-red completely on its own, which is also a possibility. But, I do like the idea of saying, hey, let's go blue-green-red and try to play all our bombs. So, a couple of options. So the question is blue-green-red or blue-green-white? Well, let's not even consider blue-green-red. Is blue-green-red better than going and then relying on luck? Better than going just blue-green with a splash of red or just blue-red? So let's take a look at what I think is the obvious selection, which is the blue-green splash red deck. So we're going to do this in this fashion. So stuff we absolutely are going to play, Mystifying Mace counts there probably. Would have to play that. Let's get the Ring Claw Bear back actually. That's possibly playable. It's one of those and let's get all our stuff here. Just in case we miss something that we might want to play. I don't think so. But, unsummon and negate are certainly possibilities. So negate goes here, unsummon goes pretty much in the same place. Sacred Wolf we'd probably play, especially with the Pack Leader. Pack Leader is a bomb, we have to play it. Spine Worm is the high end of our curve, have to play it. Same here. Awakener Druid's too good not to play. I think Giant Growth goes in the negate unsummon package. Out of red, if we're splashing red here, what are we playing? We're playing Lightning Bolt, no doubt. And Pyroclasm, no doubt. Possibly Pyromancer if we want to splash that much. And then we'd leave all this crap. Fling is good, but at most it's going to do 5 for us. And it doesn't seem that great. So Mind Control, have to play. Agriel, goes in this category. Diminish. If there was a middle here, I'd put it here. I think it's more on this end, though. Aether Adept, certainly need to play. Mana Leak, need to play. Ice Cage goes here. I think Strongbox. It depends on what deck we end up playing. Strongbox seems better in Sealed than Draft, and I've been playing a lot of Draft, so maybe I'm too negatory towards it. Azure Drake we have to play. Azure Drake we have to play, and Foresee we have to play. So returning these, Canyon Minotaur is definitely a possibility for low on creatures. I don't want to splash that much for it. So we have 25 cards here, so 24, so we'd be taking out 1. We only have 12 creatures. Seems to be a problem. There's, Runeclaw Bear is, a possibility here. Just to get an extra guy, we might need it early. Let's go ahead and support. And Curve looks decent. Certainly seen worse in my lifetime. So, it's a matter of taking, we have 25 non-land cards. Not really going to want to play it's 18 land, so it's a 17 land deck. So we're going to want to take out 2 cards here. I really liked Ice Cage at first. The problem with Ice Cage always ended up being the fact that I was running the decks that had Unsummon or Giant Growth to Diminish or whatever that got rid of it really easily. And I think, at first I thought there were less things in M11 that could deal with Ice Cage than M10. And I think I was really wrong on that. I think there's actually more in M11 that deal with it. So I want to pull it unless I see something that I want. Also, same with Negate. Negate's going to get their big stuff late, but we have Cancel main deck. We have Mana Leak main deck. I don't want to make this too control-ish of a build, I guess. We do have Lightning Bolt, Pyroclasm, Diminish, and Negate seems like the worst card here. I want to keep as many creatures in as possible, so it looks like Negate's going to be taken out. Just want to take one last look at these and my pool in general to make sure I'm not missing something I have to play. Looking at white again. It's tempting to play those couple cards in white, but the green just seems better because we have more fat. I don't see a real way to win unless we play our green cards, except for mind controlling their best guy, and that's not a winning strategy. Certainly post board, if they can't, if they have a black deck or whatever that we can run in Celestial Purge, we can run in a Blinding Mage, or big stuff that we could just excommunicate. We could think about switching back into white. We can also get in Combust and stuff like that in red, and if they run a lot of weenies, we might even think black for the 2 stabbing pains. But something to think about between matches, between team games and matches, but nothing we really want to mess with now. We have 3 red cards and 1 way to get it, so I think we need 3 red sources. I think Sylvan Ranger can count as a red source, so especially with the double blue that we have, I think 2 mountains is fine. And the reason I think 2 mountains is fine here is because these 2 cards I'm not really worried about until a little later on in the game. Pyroclasm's better early, and so is Lightning Bolt, but at the same time, I don't want to do too much to mess up my mana base here. And again, green, blue, red, just going to all 3 didn't seem worth it. Didn't seem worth the risk just to get Ancient Hellkite in, and that's really what we'd be doing. So, look at these. Blue a bit more than green, so we have 14 land slots left. We certainly have, Aether Depth and Cancel and Mind Control are the big ones. So we can go 9/7 here, which seems like the best option. Or we can go 8/7, and, well, not 8/7, my bad, we only have 14 slots. We could go, I can't do math on the fly here, apparently. We can go 8/6, which seems fine. Or, we could go 8/5/1 or 7/6/1 and add another mountain. Doesn't seem worth it. So I think it's 8/6. And make sure my math is correct here. So, certainly not the greatest deck in the world. I'm really not thrilled to be running things like Giant Growth Main. I'm not. Nice trick, but everybody's expecting it. There just doesn't seem like a lot of better things. Post board, it seems like it will be better just because we have the cards like, like Combust, like Flash Freeze that could really help. But as for now, I think this is as good as we're going to do, and I'm not too thrilled with it. But hey, stranger things have happened. So, I'll certainly update the website as this is finished here and show you how we did with this, but this is the build. I'd give it C- at best. Certainly if you have any suggestions, let me know, and good luck to me. And if you're playing in it, good luck to you unless you're facing me.